So you're thinking about moving to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, but you're not quite sure if the big city is right for you? Well, in this video, I'm going to go through a neighborhood called Country Lakes. So Country Lakes is located in both Denton and Argyle, which are two towns just obviously right next to each other that are about 30, maybe 45 minutes, depending on where you live, from the DFW area, the Dallas-Fort Worth area. The home that we're about to come up on now is about 1,820 square feet. It is a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom home. Here it is behind me. 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom home with 2 living areas. It is listed at $375, so that puts you at about $205 a square foot, which is definitely within the range that we're seeing here in the North Texas area. This is a 2-story home, so you are gonna get that's probably where you're getting that second living area from, because it is a 2-story home. But I wanted you to see this one because there are still homes in this area that are under $400,000. And if you'll hang with me to the end of this video, we'll head back to hopefully one of my favorite restaurants close by and take a small map tour of Country Lakes and the surrounding areas, and also where it is in relation to Dallas and Fort Worth. Alright, so this beautiful 1-story house behind me is about 2,061 square feet. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home. I'm sure you can hear all the construction going on. It is listed at $449, so that puts it at about $216 a square foot. Whenever a home is a little bit higher in square footage, you're gonna see the price per square foot come down a little bit. There's another house I'll show you in a little bit that is a little bit smaller than this one, and it's considerably higher per square foot. Okay, so this house we're coming up on now is 1,730 square feet, listed at $445. 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, but it puts it at $257 a square foot. The house I just showed you was 300 square feet bigger, and it was $216 a square foot, and was listed for $4,000 difference. So with this home right here, there's probably some finish outs inside that are maybe different brand, or maybe the upgraded backsplash, or even the loft could be a little bit bigger. And it is a smaller home, so the price per square foot would be higher, but that's a considerable difference. So there must be something about this home that's pushing it up to $257 a square foot, whereas the last home I showed you was only $216 a square foot. So it's important with new construction to know what you're getting in the home, and you know why there's such a big price difference between multiple houses that seem similar in size. Okay, so here in Country Lakes, there are a lot of established homes that are several years old, but they're also still building. So there is new construction here as well. And what you'll find on new construction homes are these cluster mailboxes. I know for a lot of cities that new construction these days, they can't put individual mailboxes anymore. I believe it's a United States Postal Service code or ordinance or something in specific cities, so you'll definitely see that. I do have a video on new construction and things that you need to know before purchasing new construction, because it is a little bit different than a pre-owned home. Generally, new construction homes are going to be a little bit more per square foot than a pre-owned home, but here at Country Lakes, goodness, there are plenty of pre-owned homes for sale and a lot of new construction going on as well. Okay, now I'm in a completely different area of Country Lakes. This home that we're coming up on now is listed at $639. So this is in the higher price point of Country Lakes. Like I said, you can get in at the 300s, 400s, 500s, and here's the 600s. This is a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom home that's about 3,200 square feet. It's also on 0.3 acres, so that's kind of a big deal. It's a lot of property out here. That puts it around $200 a square foot, so right in line with everything else. This area of Country Lakes that we're in also is going to be in the Argyle ISD school district. So because Country Lakes is located in both Argyle and Denton, you're going to have 2 school districts here. So it's Denton ISD and Argyle ISD. I always encourage people to go to greatschools.org or niche.com when looking at school districts, and also talk to people, because Those websites aren't necessarily going to tell you the full story. But a word of caution when you are looking to purchase in a home with multiple school districts. Make sure the home you're buying is in the school district that you want to be in, if that's important to you, because sometimes zones change, or maybe they got it wrong on MLS. But if it's that important to you that you move into a neighborhood with a specific school district, then you're going to want to make sure that you research that yourself. Okay, Country Lakes does have pools. It's got, a little park. It's got ponds. It's got green space as well. But this is not a master planned community. It is quite a large neighborhood. It is located probably half a mile off I-35 West, which takes you to Fort Worth. It's still close to a lot of amenities, restaurants, shopping, and things like that. But when you're out here, you just kind of feel like you're just not really out in the country, but kind of, it feels like that. But you're not having to do that country drive just to go out to eat, or just to get to the restaurant, or take your kids to school, or go to work and things like that. So Country Lakes it's quiet out here. It's got multiple price points. Like I said, it's got price points in the 300s, 400s, 500s, 600s, and that's just going to depend on the location in the neighborhood, what school districts it's in, the size of the home, the size of the lot. As you can see, the houses that I'm in right now are different from the houses that are priced at $300,000 and $400,000. Lots of established homes out here, but yes, there is still new construction as well. I think it's a great area of town to live because you're not in the hustle and bustle of the city, but yet you still get a lot of the conveniences that the city offers. So it is a little hot out here today. It gets hot in July and August. We've definitely tipped over 100, which is typical. It is a little bit warmer this year than normal. We've had some good summers in the past. But anyway, I'm gonna head to one of my favorite restaurants that's close by here and grab something to eat and a nice cold glass of iced tea, and I'm gonna take you on a short map tour of Country Lakes and all the stuff that's around it. Well, I had every intention of doing this map tour at one of my husband and I's favorite restaurant, which is Gloria's, and I did go, but it is just too hot to sit out on the patio. We always eat outside, really never eat inside, but we did today, and I think it was just a little bit too loud. Anyway, that didn't work out. But I did have the ceviche and a nice tall glass of iced tea. So anyway, that was refreshing. So, okay, told you I was going to take you on a short map tour of Country Lakes. So let's go ahead and get that started. I'm going to share my screen with y'all. Okay, so here we are. Here is the map of the North Texas area where Country Lakes is. I'm going to zoom out. Actually, let me zoom back in real quick because I want you to see where Country Lakes is. I'm going to pull up my little pencil here. So here is the neighborhood of Country Lakes Estates. It's bigger than it looks on the map. That doesn't look very big, but it is. It's got quite a few homes in it, but it's not, like I said, it's not a master plan community where it has 3,000 homes. And trust me, we have plenty of those here in the area. One being Harvest and one being Pecan Square, which I have videos on that. And those are master plan communities, but this is not a master plan community. What I love about this area is it's on the I-35 west side of town, which leads you to Fort Worth. So let's get rid of this and zoom out. So right here where it said Denton Country Club, that's about where Country Lakes is. So you have Denton, which is really close. In fact, Denton and Argyle, they're right next to each other. Yes, they are very different cities. They have very different vibes, very different sizes. Denton has about 140,000. Argyle is a very, very small town that doesn't even have a grocery store. So, and they like that. They have one high school, whereas Denton has 4. But honestly, when it comes to just, you're driving down the road, it's kind of the same. In fact, Country Lakes Estates is part of Argyle and part of Denton. And then here's I-35W that takes you to Fort Worth. So now you can see where Fort Worth is in regards to Country Lake Estates in this area. And then Dallas, which is I-35 East. So one thing that I kind of want y'all to see, and you can clearly see on the map, that when you're coming down I-35 East to Dallas, all this land is developed. And you can tell when you're driving down the highway, when you're headed towards Dallas, it just gets a lot more congested. But what I like about this area, I feel like it's kind of a hidden gem because you can clearly see, in fact, I know you can't see all this land from being in Argyle, but there's little pockets of undeveloped land out here. And you really do feel like you're kind of insulated in this insulated in open spaces. But yet you still have all the conveniences of living because you have towns like Highland Village and Flower Mound, and then up here in Denton that has the great restaurants, the boutique shopping, the Target, Walmart, all those things. You're not having to drive miles to get there. As if you were living out here, you're going to have to do that, but not here. Okay. So when I talk about towns in North Texas like Argyle and North Lake and places like Copper Canyon or Lantana, they're all clustered around each other. And so really what's going to matter the most is what school you want to be in, because a lot of people don't necessarily have to live in, Double Oak or Copper Canyon because they're right next to each other. It's what school is my kid going to? Now, when it comes to Fort Worth, it's a big city. Dallas is a big city. Denton is a slightly big city. But all these little towns kind of just blend in with each other, if that makes sense, even though they all have their own vibe and their own culture. Okay, so I wanted you to see where Country Lakes is in relation to these places in case you're commuting to work. It's more of a suburb of Fort Worth rather than Dallas, so that's pretty clear. You've got the DFW International Airport right here. And then once again, here's the area that we're talking about. So DFW International Airport. Okay, let's get back to Country Club Estates. Okay, I think I just said Country Club Estates. That is incorrect. We actually have a Country Club Estates in Denton. Meant to say Country Lakes. So we're back here on the map of Country Lakes Estates. And like I said, it's going to feed into Argyle and Denton ISD. So you're going to want to make sure where your kids are going to go to school if you choose to live in this neighborhood. But what I wanted to show you is just how close it is, you've got Fort Worth Drive, which is a main road that runs through Denton, Argyle, Roanoke, places like that, and takes you actually all the way to South Lake and Keller. But look how close you are to I-35. This is a major highway, and you are literally right there. So that is very, very convenient if you are commuting to the Fort Worth area or even into Denton to work. So here's, Country Lakes, here's I-35, and then here's also Fort Worth Drive or 377, which is going to take you up to Denton or to Roanoke. You can go to South Lake or Keller or even into Fort Worth. So it's really in a great location. It is a great established neighborhood that has homes that already have the trees, but there's also new construction going on. There's several green belts and a couple of ponds there as well. And one more thing that I also want you to see is you can see right here, here's Country Lakes Estates, but it's also not that far from this area right here, which is Highland Village and Flower Mound. In fact, Gloria's, that's the restaurant that I was just at, Gloria's Latin Cuisine. So it might look like a drive on the map, but it's a beautiful drive down these back country roads of beautiful homes and, ranch land. It's really pretty. It's not that far. Now, it just depends on where you're coming from. If you're coming from New York, this might be far for you, but in actuality, it's really not. So you live out here in the nice, peaceful quiet. And when you want to go shopping or you want to go to dinner, you head up to Denton. There's a lot of places even before you get to Fort Worth, or you come here to Highland Village and Flower Mound, where there's plenty of shopping, plenty of restaurants. So a lot of conveniences there. There's plenty of great places to live in North Texas that's not Dallas and not Fort Worth, where it's all congested in the big city. And these places are definitely going to be more affordable. And we've got people just like you reaching out to us all the time, wanting to know about living in the North Texas area, and we absolutely love it. So if that's you and you're looking to move in 9 days or 9 months, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. And if this is your first time to our channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap that bell for notifications so that you can be the first to know everything there is to know about the North Texas area, the good, the bad, the ugly, the pros, and the cons. And don't forget to check out some of our other videos as well. And we'll see you on the next one.